This stuff. Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select that lumpy blue sweater because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually it's my people, my people. I knew they'd get it. I felt it. Uh, you guys know the scene, right? Yeah. The Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep as Miranda Priestly, calmly but very efficiently eviscerating Anne Hathaway's character with a color swatch, right? She's talking about Clarence bin sweater that started as a runway idea. It filtered through designers and department stores and ended up in the pathetic clearance rack that Anne picked it up in. It's funny, it's brutal. It's also the clearest metaphor for how culture works, or how it used to work, right? The first time I saw that scene, it changed the way I thought about how culture is born. And it's not just about a sweater, right? It's about the chain of risk taking and editing and curation that starts in small intentional spaces like this one and end up influencing mainstream culture. It's about the labor and the care that happens long before the mass audience sees anything at all. Miranda was right about the process, but she was very wrong about who's really making those pivotal first choices. We're here in New York City, the capital of media elitism, during the same week as Fashion Week, right? A place where editors and trend forecasters and investors are running around tripping all over themselves looking for the next big thing. And this conference is simultaneously the antithesis of that and also kind of the point, right? Case sensitive exists because Alea, Chaz, Megan, and Amani, people from Detroit, Pittsburgh, and other cities that the media likes to ignore, decided to create something that did not exist, but desperately needed to, right? They took the risk that the establishment was unable or unwilling to take. And while big media, they chase the stories from like 3 months ago, the people in this room are the ones making the first Cerulean decisions, right? You're publishing the writers before anybody knows their names. You're stocking the magazines that test which voices resonate. You're curating the covers that will determine next year's aesthetic. You're not waiting for Vogue to validate it. And you're taking the risks right now in Detroit, in Pittsburgh, in Portland. And in 5 years, the big players, they'll call it a trend, right? And by then, you guys will be on to the next big thing. We tell the story of American culture backwards. We say it starts in New York and then it's validated in LA and it trickles down everywhere else. But those of us involved in the making and the consuming of culture actually know that's not exactly how it works, right? House music was born in warehouses in Chicago, and riot girl zines took off in basements in Olympia, Washington. An indie magazine in the US especially is being reborn, is being pushed forward in places like Minneapolis and Baltimore and Philadelphia. Cities where every choice matters because you can't afford to get it wrong. You literally cannot afford to get it wrong. In tech, we have this concept called source code. Source code is the instruction set that makes everything on the back end run. You can't see it in production, but without it, nothing works, right? When Alea at periodicals curates her shelves, she's running live experiments in taste. And when Chaz organizes a community event, he's prototyping the future of retail. When Megan works with a new brand or a new publisher, she's writing the playbook for the titles that will come out tomorrow. The mags you stock, the events you host, the risks you take, Manhattan media companies will copy them in 2 years and call them innovation. And in small publications, retail locations, distributor outfits, you don't get infinite chances. Your limitations promote intention, and that intention produces depth, right? And you'll see this mindset reflected in the conversations that you listen to, participate in here today, in a market flooded with a glut of content and unstoppable cultural critiques. Your focus and your discernment are your superpower. And that's why indie shops, small publishers, and spaces like this one feel so magnetic. You've already done the hard work of curating. You are currently doing the hard work of curating. The big media companies optimized for reach and ignored curation, and they lost their source code. And now the content looks the same, the feeds blur together, cultural criticism is sourced by committee. And meanwhile, you guys, indie publishers and small retailers, you never stopped doing the hard work of curating, tactility, community. And while the brands spend millions of dollars on authentic activations, you do it every time you host an event or every time you launch a limited run issue. You can't download authenticity. You can't automate curation. This conference exists because creators from small cities took risks that the establishment could not take. And even though we're sitting in New York, this is a gathering of people with roots all over the world and all over the country, moving culture forward, while the big players are chasing the echoes of last year's thing. The future of culture isn't being written in algorithm updates or on pitch decks. It's being hand-selected on your shelves. It's being tested in reading groups that you're hosting and proven in spaces like this conference. You are Miranda Priestly's worst nightmare. Tastemakers that can't be controlled by corporate quarterly reports, right? You're making the first Cerulean choices, and the rest of the country is finally catching up. Thank you all so much for being here today. My name is Nwannem. I'm the founder of Neesh. We are the operating system for independent print. We're a marketplace and a set of tools meant to connect retailers, publishers, distributors, everybody else involved in this sick ecosystem, and move you guys forward quickly with intention and support. We are so excited to present this conference. I am stupid hyped to be here. And I'm excited to see what we build together over the next few hours. Thank you.